What's up, Internet? I'm Matt Brickman. This is the 734 from WCCO. We know most of you are on your way to work or about to head out the door, so we want to start you with today's weather, which is kind of great. It's sunny right now and comfortable. Blue skies over downtown, 62, dew points in the 50s. I'm going to talk for a little while, but it all kind of says the same thing. It's just going to be nice today. A few clouds coming in a little bit later on, dew points that are comfortable and should stay pleasant, and highs that get into the mid-70s. Actually below average for this time of year. Typical highs for mid to late June are in the low 80s, but 76 is going to be really nice. Nice night for baseball out at Target Field 2. Really, the next chance of rain holds off until tomorrow evening. So if you got to mow the lawn or something like that, get it done outside today. Okay, this is less nice. Let's talk about construction. As the cliche goes, Minnesota really only has 2 seasons. You can fill in the rest because I refuse to. We are certainly seeing that, though, in Minneapolis. Segments of Hennepin Ave are going to be closed for the next 3 years. There's construction on 8th Street between Hennepin and Chicago. Parts of Marquette are shut down as well, or restricted to 1 lane. That is just downtown. I'm sure I could do the research and find objective data to say how this compares to previous years, but that would take time, and I refuse to do it. So I want to know your feelings. Is this year worse construction-wise than previous years, or do we just have really short-term memories? If you're watching on Facebook or on Twitter, let me know how you feel about it, and we'll share those thoughts coming up in a couple of minutes. All right, did you stay up until the end of the Twins game? It finally finished at 12:55 this morning with a walk-off win for the Twins. We can't show the highlights, but we can tell you it took 17 innings for the Twins to beat the Red Sox. That is the most innings in a game in Target Field history. It lasted 5 hours and 45 minutes. The teams play again tonight. There's the walk-off from Max Kepler at 7:10. All right, not that there was any doubt, but President Trump made it official. He will seek a second term. President made the announcement at a rally in Orlando last night, speaking for about 75 minutes. President Trump brought up many of the same themes that he talked about in 2016, including Hillary Clinton and the media. Also painted a disturbing picture of what life would look like, what he thinks life would look like if he loses in 2020.
Our radical Democrat opponents are driven by hatred, prejudice, and rage. They want to destroy you, and they want to destroy our country as we know it. Not acceptable. It's not going to happen.
President Trump's campaign manager predicted a 2020 victory with, quote, even more electoral points than in 2016. Meanwhile, a new poll shows Democratic frontrunner and former Vice President Joe Biden leading President Trump in Florida 50 to 41%. Police think a group of teenagers are stealing cars in the metro. They say the boys are targeting brand new cars at a rail yard in Cottage Grove. They've struck twice in the past month, one time causing more than $1 million in losses and damages. Now, 2 boys were caught last night. Police have gotten about 9 cars back. Boys left some of them in neighborhoods. A Minnesota town virtually cut off by spring flooding is on the road to recovery. The Minnesota River, which runs along Henderson, you can see it there. In March, fast rising water forced MnDOT to close most highways into town. In the city, you had to put up a flood wall. But the town is finally coming back to life. Classic cars and motorcycles roll in every Tuesday beginning in late May. And last night was the first time all the roads were back open and it didn't rain. Town pretty much doubled in size for the night, which was a welcome change for businesses.
These Tuesday nights are very crucial for every business in town, not just me, but every business in town.
It's just been steady all night long.
Yeah, can you imagine that? I mean, the roads in the town are closed. How are those businesses going to stay open? But the town hopes that these Tuesday roll-ins will help keep things busy through September. The growing trade war between the U.S. and China could mean fewer toys under Christmas trees this year. The American toy industry is meeting in Minneapolis this week, and toy tariffs are on their minds. Planning for the upcoming holiday toy season started last fall. That was before a 25% tariff could be priced into all those products.
A 25% increase in prices, a tariff, a tax on those toys will put almost 300 of them potentially out of business. We've done the math, and the numbers do not look good. We're a very price-sensitive product.
See how sad that doll was, actually crying. President Trump says he and Chinese President Xi will be having an extended meeting next week at the G20 summit in Japan. If all goes well, it could delay a planned fourth round of tariffs. The peanut maker Planters is now in the business of selling shoes, at least for the short term. Look at these. These are called the Crunch Force Ones. They're available this Friday, assuming that they don't sell out first, but they've got your blue and black laces, the giant peanut man on the tongue. If you want these, and who is in the market for peanut shoes, they will run $170 per pair. I love sneakers, but pass. All right, let's get back to today's talker, where we're talking about construction, kind of right in the middle of construction season. Right now, there's a ton going on downtown. There's that big backup coming off of 394 onto Hennepin, 35W South. Parts of that are closed as well. So I wanted to know, how do you feel? Is construction worse this year in your heart? Or is it just kind of the same as it is every year? Our digital guide, Cole, is here to read the feelings of the internet to us. Cole, what are people thinking and feeling today?
There's a lot of feelings this morning.
Good.
We have Ryan saying you can't get around the Southeast Metro.
So he thinks it's worse?
Yes.
Okay.
And we have Cindy saying, yes, this is very bad. All the construction. Why so many construction projects all at the same time and so many long-term projects?
Because we have like 2 months where it's not snowing, so they just have to do it all now. Brandy on Twitter says it's worse, so much worse. Matt actually is kind of optimistic. On Twitter, Matt says, I often think about how much better planned the flow of traffic is while road construction is going on compared to 10 or 20 years ago. There have been clear advancements made in design and execution of these projects. How about somebody standing up for the people doing construction?
I'm glad he feels that way.
Okay.
Then we have Annette saying, I hate road construction, but I think it's just the same as always, large and annoying.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. Again, we could do the research and find out, but we'll leave that to the real reporters. I'm just the weather guy. That's it for now. This is the 734 from WCCO. Time when most of the Twin Cities are on the go or maybe sitting in traffic. Take us with you if you're going to be on the bus or the light rail. You can watch us there. We'll be back here tomorrow at 7:34. Until then, be nice to each other on the internet.